In this video, I'm gonna talk about OSPF DR and BDR. So DR stands for designated router, and BDR stands for backup designated router. So let's take a look at this topology. So we have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 routers, and we have a layer 2 switch here, and these 4 routers are connected to this single switch. So this is just one segment, right? So as you can see, these routers are on the same subnet. So .1, 10.1.1.1, .2, .3, .4. So here, since this is a multi-access network, DR and BDR and driver routers will be elected, usually are elected. So here, so how DRs are elected. So as you can see here, I've written the DR election process. So DR election process is based on 2 criteria. Number 1 is highest priority ID. So this is the priority that you configure under the subinterface command that your OSPF is enabled on. So this is the configuration: IP, OSPF, priority, and the priority value. So that's the first criteria. And of course, range is 0 through 255. Default is 1. 0 disabled set. And when priority ID is all the same or set to default, then the second criteria is highest router ID. Router ID is configured in router OSPF subcommand, or under router OSPF and then the priority, the price ID. So that's how you would configure router ID. And the router, and if there is no router ID configured, then router ID is selected based on the app loopback interface. And if there's no loopback interface, next is the app non-loopback interface. That's going to be the router ID. So, and you have to take note that OSPF can use the loopback interface, the IP address of a loopback interface, even if that loopback interface is not enabled for OSPF, or even if OSPF is not enabled on that loopback interface. So let's go back here. So I've written DR, BDR, because as we have discussed here, DR is elected based on the highest priority ID. So of course I've configured priorities for these routers. So router 1 has a priority of 100, router 2 has a priority of 50, and router 3 its priority is set to default, and R4 its priority is set to 0, which disables the router ID. Okay, so here we have a DR elected, and we have a BDR, and these routers R3 and R4 will be DR routers, and you have to take note that DR is elected. DR and BDR are elected based on are elected on a single segment. So here, let's take a look at this network here. This is just a point-to-point network, so DR is not elected on this network. Here, DR and BDR will be elected because this is also an Ethernet network. So yeah, that's it in this video. I'm gonna talk about this in more detail in the next video. Thanks.